Yo, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's MK here. Just want to come to you with a quick update on gold. So, if you can recall, on my last video that I published on gold, I showed you the importance of higher time frame trading with the current market potentially having this as an impulse, and then on how we could potentially be on a correction and then possibilities of a continuation going back up. So now, Uh, if I can just quickly mark off these areas for you. Like I said, I use impulse corrections, basic patterns in the market, and support and resistance together with supply and demand. So if you can see, basically these lows here is our support areas. So if you can just follow the price sort of always gives us these sort of trends as well. You can see that we had a trend that was going down there. As soon as it was broken, price started impulsing, giving us corrections, and then going back up. So now, if I can just mark this off as a correction for you guys, you can see that impulse correction. The market always does that impulse correction. So as you can see, like I said, we have a potential of an impulse and then correction and then going back up there. So with these areas here being our low, we are expecting price to give us this impulse and then we are in a corrective mode right now. So first possibility is that price will come here and then continue going bullish, or secondly it will break that area, give us a retest and then go down to this area. From this area we'll see what the price gives us. It's either we go back up in continuation of this impulse that started back here, impulse, or it will give us a double top, monthly double top. It will break this area, retest, go back down. But I think with this one, this is highly unlikely. We are possibly gonna see a rejection on those areas should price go there. So that's just how you should analyze the market. You should look at possibilities. So for now, what's most likely to happen now is that price continues selling and goes down to that low, and then we see what the price gives us there. So let's go to the weekly and try and see if we can hop on onto these cells going down. Remember, on my last video I showed you how to enter these cells. I told you that you should always wait for corrections. Remember, I spoke about the daily correction that should form here. Currently, it looks like we are having a daily correction that is forming here. Okay, let me show you another thing here. Impulse correction. These things are always there on the market, guys. You always get an impulse and a correction. You see how price impulse, correction, and then we impulse. So now we are in a potential of another correction, daily correction. So possibly we could see price doing perhaps something like this. So now what am I expecting on gold? I am expecting a possibility of the price maybe going back up to complete a correction like that. And then from these levels, I am going to look for a sell, right? So with this, in regards to the sell, this is how it's going to look. It's going to look something like that. This will be the first take profit. I know price will be going there. Secondly, remember our bigger monthly correction, this one here. So you can take the sell all the way to there. Swing trading, guys, swing trading. See, but that's going to take a long time. So you can take profits, open new trades, and all those things. It's all up to you. So what we have to do now for this trade, we have to wait for this current uptrend to be broken. Let me just show you like I showed you with this downtrend here. If you can see as well, this was an impulse and then correction and then another impulse. So it's a repetition of the same thing: impulse, corrections, impulse, correction. So now we are in this uptrend here. You see that uptrend there? We are in this uptrend there. So we want the price to break this uptrend. After breaking this uptrend, it should go back and retest. Then, should we get a sell setup, then we start opening sell positions to this area. I hope you guys understand that. So now let me just go down to the daily time frame. Well, I have been to the daily time frame actually, and I showed you how am I expecting those corrections to appear there. So now, with this in mind, I'm not saying price will do this. You just have to keep that in mind, and you must always have a couple of scenarios or a number of scenarios. So when we come to the 4 hour, what I can see is that price is not really impulsing going down. So we could be having a possibility that this is our impulse. This, excuse me, this is a correction. So we might have a possibility of another leg going up to complete our daily correction. So we start to look for, you know, reasons to buy if we are going to take a short term buy going up. You see that, guys? So I always, like I said, I always use support and resistance as well. So if we can check, we have a support area there. So it would be a great area for the price to continue with a bullish move, or price could firstly push down lower a bit, and then should you get an impulse and then we break back into the structure, have a small correction, it bounces off on this support area, it will be a great place to look for a short term buy to the upper level of the current daily correction. You get it? That's how I take my smaller time frame entries. So for sales, currently I personally feel like it's not ready for sales. But if we could go for sales, obviously I want this area to be broken and then maybe give us a small bear flag somewhere there. And then when we see another impulse coming, then we can hop on the trade. But I doubt that's the price is ready for a sell. Let me just go down to maybe the 30 minutes time frame. So as we can see, the 30 minutes is rejecting that area. So it's more likely that price might reject going up. So okay, here's another example of me showing you impulse and correction. Whenever the market is moving, it gives us this impulse and correction. See that? Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, and then another impulse. Same thing was happening here. You can see impulse going down. We had a correction here. Now we had that impulse, meaning that possibilities are we can shift now, have impulses going up and then corrections going down. When we see another impulse coming, then we know that we are hopping into the trade. As you can see, that was the correction there. See that? That was the correction. So that's just how the price moves, guys. You just have to follow the price, know your basic patterns, double bottoms, inverse head and shoulders. And one advice that if I could advise people, I would always say always look for great selling areas. What I mean by that is that you must always sell when the price is high. When the prices are low, it's best to look for a buy, right? Because the market mostly moves in zigzag, right? Doesn't just goes straight non-stop. It corrects, gives us this. So it will always be good to look for sells when the prices are high and to look for buys when the prices are low. Here's a quick example. You see, whenever the price was here, the price goes down because the prices are high. Whenever the prices are here, prices went up. So that is what I'm talking about. So same thing here. When prices are here, low, high, low, so it will be best to look for buys to go there. When the price is there, we look for sales to continue back down. So I hope you guys get that on gold. Yeah, man, it's MK. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.